this black MAGA supporter is in her F around and find out era. She's in her F around and find out era. So she, during the election took to her TikTok and her social media page basically to troll, show that she was, voting for Trump. In my opinion, her content definitely gave troll. It gave very much, I'm not going to vote for Kamala just because she's black. It gave, I'm just doing against what everybody is telling me to do. It didn't give, I did my research, because if you did your research, you would not have voted against your own interests. But nonetheless, she's now in her F around and find out era because she wants the black community's help. Why does she want the 92% help? Because her son is currently in jail facing 21 years. Why is he facing 21 years? He's been charged with manslaughter. Apparently he got into some type of altercation and he shot and killed a man in self-defense. And the judge will not allow them to use, or allow his attorneys to use the stand your ground defense. They're saying it wasn't stand your ground. And now she's saying that this is racial injustice and she needs help getting the word out and getting justice for her son. Ask your friends over there at MAGA. Ask them. What are you asking us for? And I could bet you the judge that has, declined their defense of stand your ground, I bet he voted in the same way as you. I bet he voted in the same way as you. So don't come asking the 92% for help now when you were trolling us. When you wanted to, I bet you she was one of those people who said Kamala Harris put black men in jail, put innocent black men in jail. I bet she was one of those people. Thoughts and prayers.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, tap on the notification bell, and give this video a big thumbs up if you're ready for some truth served hot with a side of sarcasm. Now, grab your popcorn because today's story is something special. And by special, I mean the kind of special you shake your head at while saying, bless their hearts. Yeah, black MAGA voters are out here realizing, shocker, that Trump's America isn't quite the paradise they were promised. From the economy tanking to jobs disappearing faster than a Trump lawyer in court. Now, some are finally saying, wait a minute, this ain't what I voted for. Oh, really? You don't say.
Honestly, it should be 100% of the black people should vote for Trump because I did more for black people than any president other than Abraham Lincoln. It's true. It's true. I did more than any president other than Abraham Lincoln. Think of it, criminal justice reform. I took care of the black colleges and universities.
Only thing more embarrassing than MAGA is black MAGA. Damn! Y'all really out there shucking and driving for free. Y'all is not getting put in the positions. Y'all are not being helped. You guys are being ignored, used as tokens, because that's what y'all are. And it's like, I don't even give a fuck. Since it's unfortunate.
I didn't know anything about Trump's policies. I just voted for him. Nah, MAGA, you can't get away with that with me, right? Because you were too loud before the election about how it was going to make the country better. So when you hear MAGA say things like that, you know what that is? That's somebody that's a coward. They're afraid to stand up and align themselves visually, right? For everybody to know with all the crappy shit you see happening right now, they know it doesn't look good, but they don't have the backbone to still align themselves with it. So now it becomes, I didn't know no better. You knew enough to be loud about it before the election. So I know enough about it to keep calling you out on it now. Stop making these people feel comfortable. The problem is people like MAGA folk who go all in on stuff like that. And then when it gets really, really bad, they want to act like, well, I didn't know any better. You're not a child. You're a grown ass adult. You're not a child. So I'm not going to treat you like one. And what do conservatives always talk about? Personal responsibility. And that's what I expect you to have too. But I'm not going to let any MAGA get away with, I didn't know. Well, you should have known, or you should have stayed your ass at home.
Donald Trump has backtracked, and he has essentially admitted that we need immigrants here in the United States of America. Okay, so in a press conference, this man says, y'all, racism is so expensive. This man says, basically that farmers are suffering because they don't have workers, and people in the inner city are not going to take those jobs. And we know how to dissect what he said. Essentially what he's saying is, you know, they marketed their campaign as, oh, we're taking back our jobs, we're taking back our jobs. And they thought the legal people of color were going to go take those jobs. He essentially said the black and brown people in the inner city are not going to take those farm jobs. No. And those undocumented immigrants who are working those jobs, that was their only option to make money in this country. You know, they left, some of them left dangerous countries. They wanted better lives for their children, better education. They just wanted a better life overall. And so they took what they could. And those jobs were modern day slavery, okay? Those people were freaking working 7 days a week, 10-hour days for like $10 an hour in the hot sun, picking fruit. Like, and you thought like those people aren't doing that because they think that that's a good pay. And you thought, you know, people who are legal citizens were gonna go do that. You could make more money at McDonald's or fast food. I would join the military before I did that, like, to be honest. And what I've peeped about these businesses that used to employ undocumented workers, like farmers, some construction companies, other small businesses, they can't even afford to pay more than what they were paying. Y'all can't even afford to pay really a livable wage, a wage that, you know, somebody who is a citizen would accept for the type of work that you're asking for, but you voted against your own interest. Like, I hope that, you know, all of these undocumented immigrants who are gonna make their way back, I hope they realize you have power. And right now, the power is in your hands. And don't go back for them pennies, okay? You have a lot of leverage right now. You have a lot of leverage right now. And y'all, like I said, being racist is so expensive.
I voted for Trump and I regretted my vote. No, you don't. You got exactly what you deserve.
I voted for my own job loss.
Papa, what happened?
Like a damn fool.
You don't say.
Shame to a man.
I like this song. Speak on it.
I won't do that again.
No, you won't.
If you think Trump's plan to take over DC's police department is about catching crime, it's not. This is about stoking white fear, making black people seem dangerous. The Trump administration wasted no time, less than half a day before posting photos of black men they've arrested on the official White House social media pages. It's a calculated move to stigmatize black people, especially black men, as criminal thugs to be feared. There is not even a single white man that they have arrested and posted on the social media page, y'all. Here's the truth. Violent crime in DC is at a 20-year low. It's dropped since 2023 and 2024. White folks will think this is solely about distracting from the Epstein files, but the harm this stigmatization will have on our communities will be widely felt for black people. They've been running this playbook on Latinos since Trump took office. Now they're turning it on black communities. An anti-black, anti-brown campaign dressed up as fighting crime. This is even worse than when the Clintons labeled black youth in our communities as super predators, because MAGA is creating the image of what a super predator looks like. Black people with children in DC, watch them. Especially watch your boys, because racial profiling and police violence is about to skyrocket there. Y'all be safe.
Black MAGA, black MAGA, black MAGA, black MAGA, black MAGA, black MAGA, black MAGA. Donald Trump, yeah, that's my president. Donald Trump, the first black president. Ever seen a black patriot? Yeah, we exist. The Democrats use my color just to stay rich. Indict my president, you might as well indict me too. Call me your Uncle Tom, but really what?
You ask some black folks on the Trump train why they support him, the first thing they do is trash black people. It's never about policy. It's not about strategy. It's black people are lazy. Y'all love being victims. Democrats keep y'all on the plantation. Really? Your support can't even stand on its own. It has to stand on the backs of your own people. You talk about free thinking, but all you're doing is repeating white conservative talking points that were never made for you, just marketed at you. You call it freedom, but it looks a lot like performance. And this whole colorblind thing, it's a lie. Because the moment y'all show up with Blacks for Trump shirts and photo ops, suddenly race matters again. Suddenly your blackness is useful as long as it's obedient. But when we talk about redlining mass incarceration, underfunded schools, generational poverty. Now you want to pretend none of this is real? See, you can support whoever you want, but if your support requires you to downplay or deny the truth of being black in America, then it's not support. It's submission. And here's the question you can't answer. What has Trump actually done for you? Not what has he said, not what has he promised. What has he done tangibly, specifically for you or our community? I'll wait. Because while you're busy defending him, he's too busy defending January 6th criminals, calling for political revenge and protecting billionaires. He's not thinking about you. So again, support who you want, but don't sell your soul trying to be accepted by people who only value you when you're quiet, compliant, and useful. And again, don't forget to ask yourself, what has Trump done for you anyway?
Hey, Black MAGA Nation, aka the Conservative Coon Coalition, it's your favorite Southern liberal. Now, I know this past Thanksgiving might have been hard for a lot of y'all because you lost so many family and friends because of the election. But now, if you're looking for a safe place to go for this holiday season for Christmas time, I've got the perfect place for you. I'm talking about a small, cozy, quaint little town, and they got a whole Hallmark Christmas vibe going on. It's called Cullman, Alabama, and it is perfect for Black MAGA. Everybody there is 100% MAGA, which means you're going to receive the warmest of welcomes. I'm talking cross-burning hot. Now, before you go, make sure you book your hotel room because the fun don't start until it gets dark. I'm telling you, the festivities are going to be amazing. As soon as the sun goes down, all the Black MAGA's going to be hanging around. So remember, Christmas in Coleman, where you'll have a good old time with them good old boys.
Oh, no. Este video solo para los gringos. This is only for gringos. Yeah, especially African American Republicans. African American Republicans. Attention, Ben Carlson. Attention, Wesley Hunt from Texas. Yeah, you love Trump. Byron Donald. Yeah, remember the representative from Florida, District 38, Cape Coral? He said, I love Trump. Mark Robinson from North Carolina, Lieutenant Governor, who also kissed Trump's ass, remember? And also radio host from California, Larry Elder. You remember all of those? Where are you now? Tim Scott from South Carolina, where are you? Where are you now? Don't they invite you to the White House because KKK Caroline doesn't like African American?
Place in the United States of America under President Donald Trump.
There's a lot of love in the room. I think we're going to have a big victory. I think anybody that didn't support it as a Republican, I would consider to be a fool. It's a great bill. It's a great bill for America.
What do you guys think? Why you guys are so quiet? What do you think about KKK Caroline? What's going on with that? You guys want to see KKK Caroline's grandmama?
Hand me a quarter so I can buy me a taste.
Somebody please help me.
Yes, ma'am. Can I help you?
I'm not black. I'm a Christian. What do you mean I'm not allowed inside of your all-white towns? I've been defending you. All right, fine. You can call me the N-word, whatever you want to. It's okay. Do I want to get buck broken? Explain that process. Yes, I have black fatigue too. But wait, I'm different. I'm the good one. Don't chastise me. Those blacks are so crazy. Like, I don't know. They just need to stay away from guns. They're not being racist. They're not. They're just speaking their minds and their opinions. You guys have to stop being snowflakes. George Zimmerman wasn't that bad. No. Trayvon Martin actually did hunt him down. Oh my gosh, I hate DEI and affirmative action too. We need to get rid of all of it. The civil rights, we definitely have to get rid of that too. Guys, he did give us stimulus checks.
People. So let's talk about the irony of the black contrarian. You know, the ones who proudly wear the MAGA hat, who echo the talking points of a system that was never designed for their survival. I mean, is it just me, or does it seem like some folks find a strange comfort in being different, even when different means self-sabotage? They shout about freedom while standing shoulder to shoulder with those writing laws to erase their history. I mean, they praise economic policies that widen the gap between them and the wealthy few that they will never join. And for what? For the applause of a crowd that will never see them as equal? For likes and retweets from people who secretly see them as tokens? So let's be real. This isn't about critical thinking. It's about craving conflict. And I know a few. About wanting to be the exception. But at what cost? Because history has receipts. And every time we align with those who deny our reality, we pay in lost rights, lost representation, and lost ground. Black Trump supporters, I want to speak to you. I don't believe you're on my timeline, but hey, if one just casually stops by, I want to ask, do you really believe that he fights for you? Or are you just addicted to the drama of being a rebel without a cause?
Now, let's rewind a bit. These same voters were on TikTok, Facebook, and every podcast that would have them proudly rocking those red hearts, saying things like, Trump did more for black people than any president since Lincoln. Now, a few months later, they are looking at their grocery receipts and gas prices and job securities, and suddenly the MAGA dream is looking more like a nightmare in broad daylight. Oh my God. Now, some say they voted for Trump because they thought he was a businessman who could fix the economy. Well, congratulations, right? He did fix it right into the ground. Others said they like his tough stance on immigration, not realizing those same policies are now hitting their cousins, neighbors, and co-workers. Funny how reality checks always arrive on time. And now, we are seeing interviews pop up when these voters are saying, we didn't sign up for this. But yes, you did. You just didn't read the fine print. The slogan said, make America great again. But it's never specified for whom. It's wide how people thought they were joining a movement for freedom and prosperity, and they ended up, joining a political version of a pyramid scam. Now, the top few gets rich and everyone else gets, well, broke and confused. And now that the tariffs, layoffs, and social cutbacks are hitting home, some of these same voters are posting online like, I can't believe this administration is cutting our benefits. Oh, you can't believe it? You mean the same administration that said they were coming for government spending and entitlements? The same one that literally promised to dismantle everything that helps working class folks, including you. Yeah, that one, right? It's almost like voting for someone who tells you exactly what harmful thing they plan to do might not be such a great idea. Who knew? Now, look, it's not about shaming anyone for voting their beliefs. Everyone has the right to choose. But at some point, you've got to admit when you've been sold a fantasy and woke up in a reality show gone wrong. Black MAGA voters were told they'd be, free thinkers, right? Breaking away from the democratic plantation. Remember that? But instead, they found themselves working overtime just to survive under an administration that's cutting every ladder of opportunity they were promised. So maybe, just maybe, the real freedom isn't in wearing a red hat, but in thinking critically before you vote. At the end of the day, regret is a powerful teacher. Some folks are learning that slogans don't pay bills and owning the leaves doesn't keep the lights on. So here's the question for you all. Do you think this regret will last long enough for them to vote differently next time? Or will it fade once the next batch of political promises starts rolling out? And how should the black community respond to those who are now, realizing the consequences of their vote? Drop your thoughts on the comment section. Tell me how you feel and what your thoughts are, your opinions are on this matter. I want to hear them all. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Credit belongs to original creator. Thank you, guys.